After analyzing the data we collected from the Kartoba's sister ship, we've been able to determine what happened in the nebula. While the Kartoba was able to limp to Karak, this ship instead must have tried to hide here. They soon resorted to preying on ships passing through the nebula. In time, the nebula became off-limits to all shipping. They developed hyperspace inhibitor technology to trap prey from far away without leaving the safety of the nebula. Eventually, it became the center of their existence, and ultimately, their religion.
Anomaly detected. Override engaged.
Sensors detect a vessel here. It doesn't match any of the profiles we have encountered. Send in a team to investigate. We are detecting various ships surrounding the alien vessel. They appear to be inactive.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Homeworld with Max. And that's right, we are here in the middle of nowhere. That's just the easiest way to put it. Yes, we've arrived in the middle of nowhere, and in the middle of nowhere, we have come across some weird derelict ship. So let's go here to the sensors manager. So up here there is a ship, and surrounding this ship appears to be some other ships. And once again, I am not going to do what I am told to do. I know I'm a terrible person. I shouldn't be in the military. I don't follow orders very well. Boy, the old defenders, they've got their guns out ready to blast away, aren't they? Look at them. Almost all of them have got the guns out. It's like, boys, just calm down. Look good. So I'm going to explain the scenario here to you. This dot, all right, is a ghost ship. Ooh. And so what's going on there is, of course, Fleet Command would have us go up and investigate it, and that would be all bad. The problem with that theory is that if you send a ship up to investigate this dot, okay, it is not good. It is just not good. Okay. In fact, we are going to actually come in really low on this dot. So this one little fighter, that's his job. His job, he's going to fly over here and he's going to check that out for us. Now, notice I'm actually forcing him to fly down underneath. You can only come within 16 kilometers of this dot. Anything closer, you're going to be in trouble. We will need our salvage corvettes. We will need our repair corvettes.
Launch.
I thought I launched the salvage corvettes, but we'll do that again.
Launching.
Okay, there we go. I am going to probably launch the interceptors. Nah, I'll launch the heavy corvettes. We'll do this with the heavy corvettes. Something a little more beefy. Okay, how's he doing? He's getting over there. He's slowly getting over there. I mean, it is 50 kilometers away, you know. It's not like he's like this ghost ship's like right next door to you. Alright. Okay, meanwhile, I'm actually going to build a few more salvage corvettes. I think we have 14. I'm going to build 6 more for
Construction
20.
commencing.
Got the cash. Why not? In fact, from here on out, it'll be pretty hard for me to spend all that money. Okay, we got to be getting close now. There it is. There's a nice shot of the ghost ship right there. Look at that. Now we got to get a measurement on this. All right, so we are good. We are set. Oh, we are just good too. Look at that, 17 kilometers. You almost think I knew what I was doing. I know, it's scary. All right, so there is the ghost ship, and right beside it, what you don't see here, by the way, is right beside it is a bunch of ships, including one very secretive missile destroyer, and you can just barely make it out up there. It's kind of just rolling around, looking kind of dumb. But a missile destroyer, we do not get missile destroyers. In fact, we do not get missile destroyers until I believe the middle or the end of mission 10, maybe not even mission until mission 11. If we can get this missile destroyer here now, though, mission 10 is so much easier with it. Let me tell you. So with that, I'm going to take a cut here while them salvage corvettes are building, and we will be back, and I will show you just exactly what's going to happen, how this ghost ship plays into the mix, and why did I not attack it with my full fleet. Hey everyone, welcome back, and now we are ready to tackle on the ghost ship. Woo! Let's let's have a look to see what we've got going on underneath the ghost ship at about 17 kilometers. Let's focus in on our little defender here, because he was the one that came over here first. He's just keeping an eye on everything for us. That's all his job is. He's just a marker here. He's not going to do anything for us. Except sit here and look good. And sure enough, everybody's still just floating around up there, looking good. But we've brought a few friends for him, and so let's have a talk about his few friends. Now, we have our 6 corvettes here. We have Unit 1. Unit 1 we made into 2 corvettes. Unit 2 is 4 corvettes. Okay. Now, with Unit 2, what we did was the 20 now salvage corvettes I have, so I'm going to select those all at once. We now have 20 salvage corvettes. When we took the cut, I was in the middle of actually building the rest of those. I also built one more repair corvette. So for repair corvettes now, we have 12. Now, so units 1 and 2 are just the standard fighting corvettes, not our multi-gun ones. I had 6 of these left, so I've brought them over. But for Unit 2, okay, what I did was Unit 4 is now 6 salvage corvettes, okay, and Unit 4, each corvette gets 2 repair corvette escorts. So that took all 12 of the repair corvettes. Obviously, I have 6 of them in Group 4, so it took all 12 to give 2 repair corvettes each to one of the salvage corvettes. Now, Units 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 can all be, what would I call it? Can all be groups of 2, but it's better to make as many groups of 3. In fact, you should be able to make groups of 3, of 5, 6, 7, and 8. Only Group 9 will be the group of 2, because you just basically run out of numbers, right? You only got 20 salvage corvettes, not 21. Now, all of those salvage corvettes, so each of the repair corvettes, 2 repair corvettes each, are told to heal using the Z key. So if I select the salvage, I selected the vendor. If you see the corvettes here, using the Z key, I hold Z down and I click on each repair corvette in Group 4 at a time. So I would select 2 more and then click on the next one, so on. Then groups 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are then told with the G key, each of them, to guard Group 2. So wherever Group 2 flies, Groups 4 through 9 will also fly just behind them. Then what's going to happen is Group 10 should fly just behind Group 4. All right. So here's how this plays out. We are directly below the ghost ship. All right. And the way this is going to play out is Group 1 is going to go first, and it's going to go whizzing right by. It's not even stopping. It's like, yo, what's up? Gone. And as soon as they start whipping by, everybody up there is going to get awful excited, and they're going to start chasing Group 1 with a vengeance. Now, Group 2 is our lead group for the assault. Group 1 will not survive this. This is a write-off for Group 1. You're going to lose those ships. As soon as Group 1 dies, Group 2 should be right around where the ghost ship is, and they will then begin their focus attack on Group 2 because they will be the next closest ship to the ghost ships. We then, on the way up, will start targeting the salvage from 4 to 9. 4 must get the missile destroyer. It is deadly with missiles, and the reason you only need 3 salvage corvettes to capture a destroyer. The problem is that the missile destroyer has 360-degree range and is very deadly, and can take out a salvage corvette very quickly. And as soon as you lose one, the thing is that 2, even though 2 can grapple it, unlike the other ships, which usually cannot fire, the missile destroyer can continue to bombard the ships at 360-degree range, which means they will just all die. It gets very deadly very quickly. This is one of the missions where you're going to lose a whole lot of stuff, or very little stuff is going to turn out a big reward. So let's say how this would usually go. This would usually go, you would arrive here, Fleet Command tells you to go investigate, you start sending some ships up here, the ghost ship would come alive. If you sent any of your capital ships, the ghost ship captures those. That's bad. Alright, so you lose those ships. And then it makes it as part of its fleet, so it goes from like having like 5 or 6 to having like 10 or 15 right away, and then you're in for a big battle, right? Then, of course, what you end up doing is you end up building like 100 fighters and 50 bombers, and then you have to kill all your capital ships, which is a terrible loss, and then you end up having to get the ghost ship, and then you walk away. But we're not doing any of that. That's just nasty. That's just a nasty mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak up to the ghost ship. Everything's going to get distracted. We're going to capture everything from it. And then, in the end, we're just going to walk right up to the ghost ship with 1 salvage corvette and turn it off. That's it. Now, I have done this about 10, 12 times in a row. 4 times I have taken no losses. That's right. That's almost 50%. Now, by no losses, I mean Group 1 is always lost in every mission. But I mean in Group 2 takes no losses, and Groups 4 to 9 take no losses. In the other scenarios, I usually lose 1 salvage corvette in the process, and or I will lose 1 to all of Group 2. So we're going to see how this turns out. Alright, so the way this works is Group 1 is going to do a flyby. It's going to fly right by that red dot as fast as he can go. And as you can see, I took it, scrolled up 37. I don't care what it says, 37, 45, doesn't matter. They're not stopping as long as this blue line is right on the red dot and is right on the base down there. That's what we want. 3 seconds after this happens, just shy of 3 seconds, Group 2 will do the same thing, but right to the red dot. And so that is why we will do this as quickly as possible. All right, the action is going to happen fiercely, and in the middle of this, of course, Fleet Command's going to cut me off and say, "Oh no, that ship is alive, and all them ships are alive, and oh, it's so bad." I'm going to try to do it all before Fleet Command cuts me off. It's quite the challenge, all right? Because I want you guys to be able to see the cutscene, all right? So, here we go. Group 1 is going to do a flyby. Group 2, 3 seconds later, and go. And go. And we now are going to do a double tap on 2 twice. Here we go. So now we're coming up, right? So group 4. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. And go. 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 did not get the ship we wanted. 7, 8, 9. Group 2 must now attack the missile destroyer. And yes, I've done it just before the cutoff.
Attention. Those ships are operational.
Yes, we know they're operational.
The control center is the alien vessel. It should be neutralized.
Okay, so now that I've got the cutscene going on here, let's have a look at Group 4. I want to get some focus here. I want to get some focus.
Group 4 responding.
Come on, Group 4's got to get in there. Got to get in there. Oh, see, now this is going to be tricky. This ship pulled right in beside Group 4. Where's Group 2? Group 2 still has 2 corvettes left. We've got to get in there. We have got to capture this. Notice the missile destroyer is trying to get rid of these ships. Group 10 is trying to get rid of him. It is over. It is all done. We have captured everything. We did lose 2 of the attacking Group 2 corvettes. Not a big deal. 400 in cash. We'll replace them. We have captured the rest, though, and I believe we have taken no additional losses. No, we haven't. I wasn't able to swipe all these guys who have already left. So by the looks of it, I think we're okay. I think we're good. Group 4 has hit 6, 5, 6. Oh, Group 6 did lose 1 ship. So we did also lose. Looks like we lost 1 salvage corvette there. 7. Group 8 also did lose 1 salvage corvette and is actually on fire. So that is important. So you know what? That's okay. 2 salvage corvettes and 4 fighting corvettes for the price of getting a whole bunch of free capital ships. That's a good deal. As much as I like to show off when I can do it all without losing a single ship, that's okay. Not a big deal. So with that, we are now en route. We have the main prize, which of course is the missile destroyer. Yes, we do. The biggest problem I was having there was when we were on our way up, I was trying to target them silly little assault frigates, and the missile destroyer was in the way. It was so upset about Group 1 that it somehow got in the way this time. And every time you do it, it's different. I could probably re-record this like 5 times, and I'll get a different result every time. But we're going to take it this way, because it's always good to take a few losses, you know. Wouldn't want to be like superhuman. Of course, we did capture 2 more multi-beam frigates. That's pretty crazy. Where is Group 6? Yeah, so there is the other multi-beam frigate that we have captured. Oh yeah, and now all that's left to do, by the way. Okay, so it looks like everybody left. I actually need somebody to come back. Whoa, hello. I know you guys got all excited. Okay, so I'm gonna actually take this guy here and turn him around. I need him to go back. Now, that's something new. Usually the others just kind of stick behind, and I'm forced to tell them to go back. But no, this guy got all excited today. They all got excited today, and they actually left. So what we want Unit 4 to do here, oh, he's even bringing escorts, is Unit 4 We're not going to try to destroy this thing or anything. Unit 4 is just going to sail up here. That's right. We're going to double click on the ghost ship as if we were going to salvage it. But obviously it's so huge that we're not going to salvage it. But we are going to salvage the information in it. And so...
Enemy missile destroyer captured.
Oh yes, did you just hear that?
Enemy multi-beam frigate captured.
Enemy missile destroyer captured. That's right. So we are going to have that out here shortly, and this will be good. This is going to be good. See, we don't get that research. We're not going to get that research for a long time. So that was a good deal. Actually, I'm also going to start sending these off to collect gas. There's actually about 2,000 bucks here, believe it or not. So yeah, you might as well send this off to harvest. You might as well get some free money. We are going to build the 2 salvage corvettes that I lost. I believe it was 2. I'd really like to get confirmation on that.
Enemy ion
I think
array
I'll wait
frigate
till
captured.
everybody's parked and then get confirmation. Now, there he is. He's about to come in here. Once we have this information back at the mothership, we're going to get a visitor. We're going to get to see the Bentusi, because they're going to show up and they're going to say, wow,
Enemy
you so smart, you know, why don't you give us that information and we'll give you something for free? And it's the only time the Bentusi ever give you anything for free. So you might as well take it. So that's what's going to happen. We just got to wait it out. I will save you the torture. I'll do a quick cut here, and then once the that salvage corvette comes back over, we'll actually just pick it up there. It's only going to be like a 3-4 minute cut. Not a big deal. So we'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're about to unload the information that our wonderful salvage corvette just brought back. So I'll let this take over.
The ship is millions of years old. Its purpose is unclear. Research Division reports it has developed plans for gravity warping technology based on the alien control field. We advise commencing research immediately.
We have known of this ship, but could never approach it. We are particularly vulnerable to its influence. The Bentusi would like the information you have acquired. It will be transferred automatically if you choose to trade.
Okay, so notice the Bentusi show up and hey, they're giving us this one for free, $0, right? Now, we need super heavy chassis research for building 2 things. One is to build our own carriers, but I couldn't care less about the carriers. As you may have known in earlier episodes, I don't like carriers. They mess up my fleet formation, they make things look all ugly, and I don't know, I don't care about the carriers. But I do need the super heavy chassis research for my next size of capital ship. So I'm going to accept their free offer. And done.
The information was successfully transferred. Thank you.
The Taidan are determined to destroy us. Will you help us defeat them?
Conflict is not our way. We will bring your cause to the Galactic Council. The Taidan rule the Empire, but even they must answer to the Council.
Hyperspace module fully charged. Engage at your discretion.
Let's see. The Taidan rule the Empire, but they answer to the Galactic Council, and the Galactic Council allowed them to blow up my world. Well, that doesn't sound very nice. Are you my friend or not? Anyway. Some of the things. I get so frustrated. Anyway, where were we? Yes, we are. We are Group 10. What are you doing? Just park over here already. You guys are such a mess. Um, Military parade formation. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, I of course am waiting for my harvesters who are running around collecting. There is actually all kinds of rock here, so you can kind of see it in these bands. And they'll run around and collect that, every one of them. It'll probably take them a good 40 minutes, though, to do it. So, meanwhile, all I'm going to do is I'm just grabbing everybody back. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show this off. I put Group 2 here so as I could show you guys the ghost ship in really close range. So here is the ghost ship. Of course, it was hard to look at it when we were under attack, so it's always kind of nifty to have a look at it here beforehand. Um, Group 2 though doesn't want to play very nice. They don't want to get too close to it. I've tried to tell them a couple of times to get closer, but they will only get so close to it. I think they're scared of the ghost themselves. But anyway, that's okay. So I thought, well, we'll take a really cool look at them. But now that we've had our quick glance, I will actually send these all back to the mothership so as we can group up here. And I still need an accurate count of salvage corvettes. So it says I have 15 there, but I was sure I didn't take losses.
Group 4. Group 4 responding.
Where is Group 4?
Standing by.
I'm quite surprised that I was sure we... Oh, I know where he is. Group 4 is hiding indoors. Of course, we have Launch Manager. I was going to say, where's Group 4 at? Them
Launching.
sneaky guys. Yeah, they're not doing that. Get over here. Okay.
Military parade.
I just want to make sure I get everything together. We could hyperspace jump at any time, but of course I got plenty of time. And of course we're going to have a look at our new missile destroyer. Yes, it is. Look at that. This thing can fire 32 missiles at a time and can do it in cycle. It will eventually run out of missiles, but as a new missile is loaded, it will automatically launch it if it's still under attack. So it will count down from 32 to 0 and then just keep launching each missile, usually about 2 at a time, until the target it is told to attack is either destroyed or it is destroyed. But we are using it for a whole new purpose in Mission 10. It's got a top secret mission. Something that's really cool. So with that, that will be the surprise for Mission 10. Of course, what did we capture? 2 more multi-beam frigates. Of course, this now means look at this. Look at this Joker. Yeah, dude, you're pretending to be a multi-beam frigate. Yeah, you're a hero. You're quite the hero. So yeah, okay. You can pretend for now. That's funny. This old junky ion array frigate. Okay, so let's go back over here. Of course, we also did capture 2 more assault frigates.
Group 3 reinforced.
Yeah, okay. Not to say as I needed them, but every ship counts. More gunfire for you equals more chances that you will survive. We did take a bit of a beating on the heavy corvettes here. We lost of course, Group 1 was a loss no matter what. We did lose 2 of Group 2, but that's actually okay. Not a big deal there. We might as well tell these defenders all to go back in.
Talking with mothership initiated.
All right. Group 10, not a single loss. That's a good deal. And I have to make my missile destroyer now part of Group 3, so this will be good. All right, so now my Group 3 is 5 assault frigates, 6 ion frigates, 6 destroyers, 1 missile destroyer, 9 ion array frigates, and 18 multi-beam frigates. Wow, that's just going to hurt somebody. Okay, so now let's have a look at the count of my salvage corvettes. So 19 salvage corvettes. That, according to that, I only took a loss of 1. I thought I took a loss of 2. I thought Group 8 took a loss of 2. Wow. Gee, my math is really bad today. Okay, so I guess I'm going to build one more salvage corvette to replace the one I lost. And I will
Production
renumber.
underway.
That's what I'm going to do. I will look to see what's going on here with you guys. Oh yeah, you guys are all over the place. So yes, we will now take the cut here. I will not torture you here any longer. And with that, see you when it's all wrapped up. Quick interlude here before we continue on. Of course, one of the things that happened just before the Bentusi arrived was we should be developing gravity generator research. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't use these things very well.
Commencing
I
gravity
hardly ever
generator
use them.
research.
But, hey, whatever, it's research. Let's do it. Okay. The other thing is, of course, our probes, our resource collectors are still running around. It's probably been about half an hour. What can I tell you? It's one of the things about missions is that resource collectors can take a long time to collect this stuff, so you got to kind of be patient. Go walk away, have lunch, do things. I, of course, just to mention, I have already gone outside and taken care of some yard work. But the other thing is that I have made 2 new units of groups 1 and 2. I retired the 2 heavy corvettes that we had left. It was time for them to go. We now have 18 multi-gun corvettes. Now I can't build any more because I've built 20 salvage corvettes and 12 repair corvettes. You're only allowed, I think it's 50 corvettes at any one time. So my math here, 12, 18 is 30, and 20 is 50. Yes. So I was only allowed to build 18 more corvettes. And that, of course, is we built them all as multi-gun corvettes. We have the cash. As you can see, I built. So I had 11. I built 7 more of those. I built 5 more interceptors. Uh, so there are 30 interceptors, 18. So basically, I've broken them into 2 groups of 15 and 9. So after building 7 multi-gun corvettes at 225 a pop, 5 more interceptors, I replaced the 1 salvage corvette that I lost. I still have $11,000. So everything that these guys have collected up to this point is what I've used to not only replace my salvage corvette losses, but also build and beef up the fleet. Okay, and so everything else that they're just digging out there now is just for extra. I could probably leave it, take off. The next mission actually has 2 big pockets of material, but they're really not that easy to get at. I am going to show you how to do it in the next mission, but it's one of them things where you've got to watch them so closely, and more times than not, I always tend to forget about them, and then they end up dead. So I'm going to show you how it's done, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually stick with it or not. I'll probably do 1 pocket of gas just so as you can see how it's done. With that, though, I'm going to take the quick break here, wait till I get the all clear, and then I'll come on back and we'll finally be able to jump to hyperspace. Okay, so about an hour and a half has gone by, and oh, this map, it's so painful. Uh, they're on their way home now. We're about to take off here shortly, but it's a painful map. Now, one thing about it is it does carry about between $6,000 and $7,000, and there's a couple reasons for that. The reason that it has $6,000 to $7,000 in it is that if you were foolish enough to um, follow Fleet Command's orders and you sent some of your major fleet over to the ghost ship and you lost those, well, now this gives you a little money to replace that. Of course, for us, it's mostly extra coin now. I mean, even with the couple of thousand I spent earlier, I'm now 15,000 up, and I am now maxed out on capital ships and corvettes. The only thing I can really build is more fighters at the moment, and I just can't build $15,000 worth of fighters. I just can't. So now it's really, now I'm just doing it just to show you how much is around in each map. So with that, we are out of here, and with the ghost ship now disabled, and we have now formed its secrets, we are ready to take off onto the next big adventure. Now, I'm going to save the map here, and after I do the save, I'm going to do the hyperspace jump, and we're out of here. So just hold on a second. Okay, our game is now saved, and we are ready to rock and roll. So let's hit the button and light the fires, because we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Now, this is what I would call the transition map. So we are now going into a set of missions now, like missions. I'll say missions 10, um, missions 10, 11-ish are all about kind of running into scenarios en route to the homeworld that we take advantage of. I call them the advantage stories. So with that, until next time, this is Max signing out. We hit the hyperspace jump. We are so out of here. See you on the next one.
Hyperspace initiated.